Great evening, everyone. So, I've been listening to my complete Ethiopian Bible, and it's got a bunch of the Enoch texts and the Watchers, and there's just a whole bunch of different books that aren't in there. The Maccabees, a whole bunch of different books all in one. It's like 126 hours long. I've been listening to that, and a lot of the biblical cosmology. And recently I've been listening to the Iron Republic before I fall asleep. I fall asleep to these stories. And the other night I was dreaming that I went to, on the outside of, in the outer lands past Australia, there's like a land called Mount Arabica, Mountain, something like that. And I went there, and it was like the biggest. Everything was huge. It was humongous. Like the mountains were huge, and I was actually standing or sitting on top of like a mountain, looking down at the beach. But there was like people everywhere, and they looked like Africans, Arabics, Saudis, Persians, and they were communicating telepathically to each other, but they all spoke English as well. No one was wearing like a turban or their eye slits, none of that. Everyone was wearing like beach clothes, and they all were comfortable, and everyone was peaceful. And like I'm talking to like this, I'm pretty sure it was like the royal family that ruled there, and she heard me telepathically, or I was communicating with her telepathically, and we were looking at these huge like spiral anchors, and they were huge. They probably like the size of a skyscraper, and I asked her telepathically, or she heard me thinking telepathically. I don't know. We were communicating telepathically. So, are those the anchors that fell off of the boats when they docked? And she looked at me and she was like, "How did you know?" And I was just like, "I don't know. I could see like a humongous boat that docked there, and they left those anchors there." But her husband could hear us communicating telepathically too, and then he looked at me, and I was like asking him, like, he knew what I was gonna ask him, and he told me out loud. He was like, "Right there is the land you come from," and it was the longest bridge I've ever seen. Like this bridge, and it was like a glowing white, like beautiful bridge, but had to be at least 500 miles, probably longer than that. So that's the land where you come from over there, and then I woke up. It was a really cool dream. I believe that land exists. I believe I actually visited it in my dream, and everyone's peaceful over there. I don't know why we can't do the same here. Have a wonderful day.